Hello, we're to the Atchison Motorsports Xfinity Series live here from Kansas Speedway here. My apologies for that. Also, my apologies for a little bit of a late start. I was an accident in the middle of something, so my apologies there. But live here from Kansas, our chase race is currently complete lap 2 of 125 here. Justin Wilson currently your race leader. Currently, these guys separated by 2/10 for first and second place. Chimont right there in position number 2. Currently racing it out here from Kansas under lights. So pretty good racing so far here now. Just Wilson now pulled out to a 7-10 second lead over Jim Ott. You see right there in second, John Zella currently in third. And by the way, last week again we missed the race due to the lack of participation, unfortunately. But John Zella was the race winner from that, so it continues his streak here in the playoffs, or excuse me, chase of winning a lot of races and doing it pretty much perfect timing when I had one win. That was back all the way second race of the season in Atlanta this season coming into the chase, and he already has about 5, I believe, now in the chase. So he's not complete lap 5, so he's still 120 laps to go now. So still long as that's racing. She's right there. You see him in 4th place at Lego Chevrolet as per usual. We're actually going to try to pull up the points here and take a look at that and kind of show you guys maybe. Just Wilson pacing the field. These guys work down the back straight here. Kansas Motorsports, we got Hilton on right there. Last car in the top 5 for Atchison right there in 6th place. And looks like that is it for your drivers. So 6 drivers on track currently here from Kansas. The 8 machine in front of them all, but Jim Ott, Zella, and Chase Berry all kind of line up right here. 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Not that far from each other. You see them all running that top lane. And it looks like actually Jim Ott has some right front damage. You know, this guy on the outside of the wall at some point. It's now John Zella is actually all over the rear bumper, but the problem is trying to pass him, as it's usually pretty hard to do. Oh, Chase Berry gets loose off turn 4. Great save. Good driver number 11 machine. As now John Zella going to make that move for 2nd. Goes to the bottom. We're going to see if he can slide up in front of Jim Ott here and take up that runner's position, but looks like he can't quite do it as the 3 has to the run off on the high side. Looks like he'll defend that position for now. He's going to come away now with that spot still. So Chase Berry. Great look at these 2 guys battling for 2nd right now as John Zella again trying to get it around the 3 machine, but it's so hard to do here at Kansas. It's pretty much a 1 groove racetrack on the top, so it's really hard for him to try to make a run at it up in that top lane. He's just going to kind of cruise in 3rd for right now. Again, the stages, I'm not quite sure what lap they'll be on. My apologies for not getting information there, but obviously we already know we have 2 stages to deal with, so it will affect the points as well as take a look now actually at your points. So John Zella now has 6 wins on the season. And so your chase drivers, John Zella, Jeffrey Meyer, who actually did not make it tonight, so that's unfortunate. I believe he's actually made every single race this season, so that's his first race he's actually missed, if I'm not mistaken there. But yeah, so Jonathan Mazzella, Jeffrey Meyer, CJ Gates, another driver who did actually not make it here tonight. And then you have Roy Atchison as well, another driver in his field actually. He's 6th place, don't mind. Jim Ott, you see right here in 2nd, battling with your points leader, Jonathan Mazzella. Hilton Young, he's currently in 5th. Chase Barrett currently in 4th. Then we have Ricardo Guzman not here tonight. Kirk Stager also not here tonight. And Darren Manning, another driver, not here tonight. So that's our chase drivers. Pretty interesting here is that even while these guys are kind of battling for 2nd, they're actually, the Xavier car's spinning. Hilton Young and Raj is making contact. Looks like they both hit onto it, but they're actually both catching a race leader. Assuming Jess Wilson. I'm gonna take a look back what happened there between the 38 and 88 entries there. Looks like, the 38 hit the wall. The 88 was going down low, carrying the momentum. Did not expect that. And got into the side of the 38 machine. Great drive by both those drivers not to wreck. But now it looks like the 38 machine will come to the pit road. They both got severe damage. We're actually going to stay on the racetrack. But again, a lot of damage. But now, John Mazzella again trying to go for that 2nd position on Jim Ott. Well, both these guys are actually catching the race leader, Justin Wilson. So I'm not quite sure if that's some strategy there, but Justin trying to save his tires or what. But as John Mazzella actually goes underneath it and cut the apron right there, try to gain some time on the front stretch. It does gain you time, so we're going to see if he can complete the pass. Now we're into turns 1 and 2. The 3 is going to have to run on the top side, though. He's going to carry the momentum and gets the speed off the corner. So he's going to hold on for 2nd for now. Not giving up there. There's 110 laps to go here. Beckers on the back stretch down to turn 3 to 4. Going to try to push the car in a little bit harder, but he can't because he's going to get tight inside of the track, and he has to get out of the gas sooner. So still side by side. Now they're starting to lose some time to the race leader, Justin Wilson, because of this battle for this position, and maybe because of the fact he was saving tires and decided to pick up the pace a little bit. I'm not quite sure what exactly is the reason of that, but. So 17 laps now completed from Kansas. I'm sure the battle for 2nd runs continues here. See the gap right there down by Shutaway. So it's about half a car length between this number 3 and 4 machines. Nothing really changing a whole lot. I think the 4 is a bit faster, but just being trapped behind the guy in front of you, it's difficult to try to make a pass on the low side. There's no grip down there, really. Everyone's just run the Larson line. That's the way to go. You see the 4 with a run, but it's not going to really have anywhere to go with it. Chase Berry just kind of trying his guys. Looks like he actually also has some right side damage. Now the 4 is another run. Gonna try to look low, but can't quite get underneath the number 3 machine. As I see Ryan Atchison currently in 5th. Hilton Young, he pitted it under green there after that incident between him and the Roy Atchison. Now he's going to be 2 laps down in 6th, so that'll end his good run here. He's going to get 1 lap back under the stage caution, and if he can stay 1 lap down and have nobody else go a lap down, he can get it back in the next stage caution following this one, but it's been pretty tough to do all that. So now John Zella again, all the rear bumper of Jim Ott, trying to make a run at him. But he just cannot quite get the run off the corner to build up down the straightaway to get the position from Jim Ott. He definitely seems to be a little bit faster, but just can't quite get there on him in order to take that spot away. But nevertheless, still currently right there behind him, holding that position. So if I had to guess, I'm going to say we're probably coming up to the end of stage 1 here pretty shortly. Say probably around lap 30. John Mazzillo again gonna try to go to the bottom and try to pull the slide job. It's not gonna work. He's gonna slide up off the bottom, but not really quite build the run up to do that. I think maybe if he goes to the middle instead of the very bottom, he might be able to do something with that. But he's trying to run the very, very bottom, which is not gonna work. So obviously that fear though of running the middle is the guy on your outside might run the middle also. I mean, you don't want to make contact and wreck obviously, especially without any faster birds here. But I feel like if you can get the run off the corner, go to the middle, get right next to Jim Ott and kind of run that line, that might just work. But we're gonna have to wait here and see as we now go on to lap 25. So once we complete this lap, we'll mark 100 laps to go now from Kansas. So. So 150 miles after this is we're going to take a look at your track info here at Kansas Speedway, excuse me. 1.53 miles actually. Our temperature currently at 78 degrees, looking at Kansas City, Kansas, slash Missouri, I don't know what to call it. Of course, in the United States. And again, John Mazzillo going to try to have another run on it here, but either only getting it past if he goes to the top, or if he gets good enough to run off the corner, can go to the middle and try to build up that run and still kind of stay next to the 3 machine. You're going to have to race close, closer than comfort, I guess, in order to do it. But another run right here on the 3 machine. There he goes. He's going to look a little bit low, but he decides to back out of it. He's just trying to save his stuff till he does it for one big last hurrah here and trying to get the position away. Everything he can do. We'll work with number 3 machine here, Jim Ott. A little bit, it was a 4 machine gain on just a bit, but still don't think it's been enough. We'll have to see here now. I believe we're going to mark the end of stage 1 here. Here's a 4 machine jack down low with another run. John Mazzillo has to run the middle if he wants to try to get the spot. He cannot go to the very bottom. Yeah, you see right there, you're going to go up a little bit. He's trying to get it, but can't quite do it. Gets tight sides of the racetrack, and it's not able to quite get there around the 3 machines. He's going to have to fall back in line behind him, get that draft to that back straightaway, try to set up another run here. I don't think it's going to be able to happen off turn 4 because it's not quite close enough, but you can definitely try to get one here off turn 2 the next time by, potentially. So say Jeff Wilson still 8 tenths ahead of these guys, actually. So not that far ahead. John Mazzillo might get to the outside. Nope, the 3 comes out the block. Mazzillo is still right there in his tire tracks, but he just can't quite get enough of a run to get around him. He definitely seems to be faster, but that's just part of Kansas. It's so hard to pass here. Nobody's running the top lane. We can get a run right here off turn 4 is where it seems like he usually gets the run. If he can get the run, go to the bottom, cut the apron, he might have a chance. But meanwhile, these guys are actually caught Justin Wilson in a hurry. And then it's 4/10 of a second lead in closing, so that sure, but again, some strategy by Justin Wilson. Or if they're just legitimately closing in on it. Just Jim Mott almost, I think he may have scraped the wall. If not, extremely close. Larson line in it, pretty much. As John Mazzella again trying to set up a run here on Jim Mott for at second position. With 95 laps to go. Here he comes with a run, but it's not going to be enough to get to the inside and challenge for that spot. So he's going to stay tucked up right there behind him and just kind of stay settled in third. But definitely won't be settled for long, I can guarantee you that. Trying to find a way. You see he's not taking that apron anymore. I think he's trying to save his tires actually to set up for one last run here on Jim Mott. He doesn't have to necessarily clear him if it comes down to the final lap of the stage. Again, I'm not quite sure what lap that is. Apologies there. But if it comes down to the final lap of the stage and he can get a run, beat him to the start finish line, that's all that matters. So, as actually he's going to back off and pit. Oh, but he almost overshoots it, but manages to make it. Very aggressive pit stop by John Mazzella, but he's going to make it work. John Mazzella now heads to pit lane. So will we see other guys here pit? That's the question. It actually looks like Chase Berry. He's already pitted, so he's back in fifth now. Has already pitted. John Mazzella now on pit lane. We see it looks like saving fuel. Nope, that's not gonna pit road. Justin Wilson and Jim Mott would have both come to pit lane out of first and second place. 58 locks it up. He's gonna make it on the pit lane. That's Mazzella right there getting left side tires changed. So they're gonna drop the jack and go. See, Healthy Young, he's already 2 laps down. Well, Atchison, actually, because you had a gas on the back straight, pretty slow. The last car to pit here. Someone's still gonna come off the road. This might actually get him to first because he saw the 58 machine back off. I think he may be trying to save fuel, but he realized he couldn't make it the rest of the way. So now will we see your race leaders take gas and go only? It's 58 and the 3 both spin it a lot. It makes me believe they didn't take tires. So we're gonna see here. Look at the pit stops. No, gas and go. But John Mazzella did take 4 tires, so that's going to cost these guys time on the racetrack, but gain some time on pit roads. There you see John Mazzella as they're coming off turn 2, looking at the speed though. John Mazzella is already flooring it through turns 1 and 2, so he might get around Jim Mott. I don't think he's going to get around Justin Wilson. We're going to have to see how many laps to go here in the stage. Interesting strategy though for sure, taking no tires versus 4 tires. Oh, caution.
I'm thinking we're going to want to stay out here, but I'll leave that up to you.
Did he spin it? Justin Wilson, the caution was done by league officials. I guess that was the last lap on the stage. But it looked like Justin Wilson was actually about to come to pit road. The race leaders are actually about to pit here. Maybe they didn't have fuel or something, but then he saw the caution, so he decided to stay out, and then actually will give him the stage win here. Again, I'm not quite sure what exactly happened there, why he exactly did that, but now, with the 88 actually on the apron, so that may have been the cause of the caution. I'm not quite sure, actually. This is interesting. No, looks like he's all good to go, so I guess caution was thrown for the stage finish, which makes sense, but kind of weird. So now the question is, will Jonathan Mazzella take advantage of the strategy he has and not come to pit road, not pit, and come out with the race lead when both Jim Mott and Justin Wilson, who took gas and go only, will have to come to pit lane? That is the question here, as we now complete lap 35. Let's take a look at your stage results here quickly. Justin Wilson picks up a victory in that stage. Jim Mott second, John Mazzella third, Chase Berry fourth, Atchison fifth, with the end sixth. And Josh Mayhew not making the green flag. He's going to get 7th place stage points, but these guys gonna come to the lane. There's John Mazzella. He's actually gonna stay on the racetrack. So strategy going his way. John Mazzella has won a couple races on strategy this season and has lost one, but looks like the strategy is working out for him right now. So he's gonna pick up the race lead here, and he should be able to save enough fuel to make it to the next stage because of the fact that we have 5 laps of caution for the stage. So he only pitted a lap before these guys, or a lap or 2, 3, and depends. So he should be able to make it the rest of the way on fuel. We're taking a first motion break. Then go right back.
open. Keep your eye on those gauges. We'll give you 4 tires. 3, 2, 1, now. Well done, get going.
Back live here to race number 28 of the Motorsports Xfinity Series, live here from Kansas Speedway, as Gentleman's still going to take the green flag here and lead the field there.
Green.
Start zone. Green flag is out and away once again from Kansas, and a good restart by John Pizzella. As it looks like Atchison, Hilton Young's actually in the after roll. Atchison is not in the race here, so I'm not quite sure what happened to him, but that leaves only 5 cars now on the track. Well, John Pizzella currently out in front of them all, though. He's got just Wilson having some connection issues right there in second. The first stage was 35 laps. Looks like all the guys say the second stage is also 35 laps, so I believe lap 70 is when we'll see it end as Wilson digging that low side, trying to get a run around the floor of John Pizzella. He's actually kind of running a slower line at travel. I'm not pretty sure why, but as he's going to continue to run the top, just Wilson's going to try to go down low and pass him here. Still going for that race lead right there. Just Wilson trying to get around John Pizzella in the number 4. They're in a close battle. Got Jim on right there behind him, Chase Berry as well, and got a bit of a gap back to Hilton Young, who's still currently he got back in the lap. So that scores Roy Atchison coming back on the racetrack, 6 laps down. I'm not quite sure what happened, why he did that, but. Oh, almost a bumper. So back at the 4, as here comes Just Wilson down low. Just Wilson trying everything to get around the 4 machine. He does have some fresher tires in him, so it's gonna come down to that pretty much here. It's just Pizzella now actually starting to cut that apron, so. The 58 gonna burn his tires up more if he's trying to, pass him on the center corner here, as he's almost getting the back of him though. And if he does get the back of him, he's gonna probably end up sending him into the wall, and that will not be very pretty. So he's gonna be very careful not to do that, because if he puts him in the wall, he's gonna come to a complete stop, or obviously slow down considerably, and maybe even wreck all 4 of these drivers all clumped up together here in the battle for the race lead. So they come off turn 4 here and complete lap 44. With just now 26 laps to go in this stage. There's 45 laps completed here, 80 laps to go now from Kansas. As Jim Ott still right there behind these guys, so it's not going to come down to here in the last few laps, as we have just 23 laps to go now in stage number 2. Still all clumped up right there together. Oh, just Wilson right there, another bumper of John Pizzella. given much room. He was in the first 33 laps of the race, but then he got passed by the Ford machine after that pit stop strategy there and stage strategy. So now John Phillips finds himself in the race lead as he complete lap 48. So there's 21 laps to go here at Kansas. Side right there. Oh, very close to Gus Wilson right there, but supposed to get to it as long as you're not. Oh, he hit it right there on the corner. Here's a little tap, but nothing too severe to actually gain time. Because of how close he's in that wall, very close off the corner. Push the car to its limits. 20 laps to go now in stage 2, so still long enough to go, but fighting like it's the last lap pretty much all the way around as both these drivers have actually now pulled away from Chase Berry. You don't even see him anymore behind these guys, so they've fallen back 2.7 seconds off the race leaders, so that's pretty crazy how fast they fell back there all of a sudden. Oh, John Mazzella into the outside wall. It was just Wilson now with a run to the bottom off turn 4. We're going to see if it's enough. John Mazzella again almost hits the wall. Going to lose some more time. He goes wide in the trial with just Wilson down low, battling for stage position. 58 almost goes up into him, but he's going to pull a nice slide job. Might slide up right in front of him here off the corner. Indeed he does. John Mazzella has the back out of the gas. And new race leader, just Wilson back out front here with just 19 laps to go in stage number 2. And that's all it took was the Ford just getting the wall, making a mistake, and the 58 was able to get on around him and take that position back now. And Sean Mazzella going to try to play catch up here, but we're interested to see if he can pass it. We saw how long it took for John Mazzella, just Wilson to get around John Mazzella. And now can John Mazzella get back around Justin Wilson? That's the question. So it's going to be very interesting for sure. It's now with that battle going on. Third place, Jim Lyons caught a little bit, 2.2 seconds now behind, but I don't think it's going to be enough to have really any reasonable shot here at the race lead. As I go on board with Mazzella is actually the 58, kind of messed up right there, coming off turn 4, lost some time. Mazzella not completely out of this thing.
Yellow.
Oh, caution. Now, and they're battling for the race lead instead of now kind of sprint to the checkered as Chase Berry has gone around. He was running in 4th place. And now burn out your second caution here tonight. First incident caution of the night. So we're going to see what happened to that number 11 Lego Chevrolet to cause the caution here. It looks like he's coming off turn 4 here, up in that top side, and just gets tight, kind of flies at the racetrack, gets into the outside wall, just enough to upset the car, goes sideways, slides through the grass, tries to lock it down. Doesn't really get much damage. He spins it onto the racetrack, locks it down. Great job holding on to avoid him. That brings out the caution, but nothing too severe. I mean, you got some more right side damage we already had before, of course, but nothing too severe. So it should be good to just kind of get some optional damage fixed and pretty much roll away with that. So now we're going to see these guys probably head to pit road. There they go. Oh, everybody going to come in here. So just Wilson will lead the field to pit road. See these guys now go into their pit stalls. So they go into their pit stalls. Looks like nobody overshoots it, so good pit stop entry by everybody there. You're gonna see if anybody overshoots it, or excuse me, anybody can gain positions. No strategy. With the 4 tires, fuel for everybody. No surprise that just Wilson will come out first. Looks like John Mazzella gonna come out second. Jim out 3rd, and it looks like Chase Berry gonna try to get some damage fixed. Something I'm not sure I come out ahead of him because of that. So that will do it for pit stops. So now it comes down to about a 10 or so lap shootout here in stage number 2 before we see another stage caution come out. For the completion of stage number 2, top 10 get points. So everybody, because there's only 7 people registered for the race and 6 people racing. So it's interesting to see what happens there, but. But we're taking under our second commercial break of the night, but we'll go right back.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's
Michael Adams for Xfinity series at Canyon Freeway. Justin Wilson, a great restart and a really bad restart for Jonathan Zella, as we now just have a 12-lap shootout in stage 2. Jonathan Zella goes from 2nd to 4th. Terrible restart with the Ford machine. It cost him a lot of points here, a lot of spots, I should say. Not necessarily points. Will cost the points, I suppose, in the stage, but now he's going to slot in the number 4 machine, P number 4, but now he's going to go for 3rd around the guy who actually spun out. It was the yellow. He's going 3rd, so pretty good rebound there. Get the car fixed, get back out here and battle position once again. It's not going to try to get underneath in there, but it's not looking like it's able to quite happen here so far. Now the 4 machine got slot into 4th place, and let's separate your leaders here right now. Just Wilson curling out front, Clement right there in 2nd. We got Chase Berry, Justin Wilson, Jonathan Zella. We got Hudson Atchison curling now in 6th, 4 laps down. He'll go 3 laps. We'll get one of his laps back, so he'll only be 3 laps down here once we get the stage caution, but not looking too good right now for the number 88 machine, unfortunately, being 4 laps down, unless we get some incident cautions, which is not very likely. He's gonna be pretty much trapped laps down, so 5 cars on the lap here. That's now 60 laps in the books. We have only 9 laps to go here in stage number 2 before we'll get stage points out to people. As Chase Berry actually is now caught up to Jim Mott in the number 3 machine, not that far behind him right now. second place, so then second for the receiver, Chase Berry is going on a ball with him. John Mazzella, 9/10 of a second behind Chase Berry, so kind of falling off the pace here. And then look at restart, and kind of expect him to maybe try to gain that spot back for third at least, or at least fight for it, but he's going to fall way behind, so I'm not quite sure what is the cause of that, but I mean, 6 laps to go now in stage 2. Looks like he's going to pretty much slot himself at a 4th place. But never left on a terrible position, I suppose. Just exactly what we expected after he was contending for the race lead there much of that time and actually led for a solid 15 laps or so. So, quite surprising there, but nevertheless, still currently out there running some laps and whatnot. Chase Berry going to try to reel in that gap on Gillott for a second, but it's not like it's going to happen with just 5 laps to go now in stage 2. And pretty soon here, actually, we're going to get to about halfway. Actually, never mind, we are past halfway now, so. Oh, it's Chase Berry actually made side of the outside wall right there, but halfway is lap 63, so we just got past halfway. Take a look at your race summary here so far. It's about to get to stage 2 completion now. 65 now laps completed, 60 laps to go. We've had 4 lead changes between Chris Wilson and John Mazzella. We have 4 lead changes there. Only 2 cautions, which will be 3 here shortly. One was being staged, the other one being for Chase Berry, who self-spun off turn 4. To get into the fence, but looks like Jim On actually has some left rear corner panel damage, along with the right side damage from hitting the wall. So I'm not quite sure what the left rear is from, but that's something pretty interesting. Maybe tagged the wall, coming off of his pit stall. I'm not quite sure, but something definitely to look at potentially. Is Chris Wilson's still out front here. Okay, 8/10 of a second gap over Slick Buddy's just Jim On, excuse me. So 2 laps here. He'll complete stage number 2, pick up back-to-back stage wins. We're gonna see if he can go for the cycle here, win the race, and have all 3 stage wins in his books. But it actually now looks like Chase Berry got passed by John Mazzella for that 3rd position. Not quite sure what happened to Chase Berry right there, but he lost a ton of time that lap. Looks like he may have put it in the fence. I'm not quite sure, but that John Mazzella moves back up to that podium spot here. He's about to complete stage number 2. Just Wilson going to come off turn 4 here. As we get the final lap now in stage 2. One more time around. This Wilson pick up another stage victory. He's had a lot of them this season so far. And going to continue that streak here tonight. Across the finish line. Just Wilson will pick up the victory here in stage number 2 now with the caution flag. He's thrown, there it is. So just Wilson will win stage number 2. We need 52 laps in total here so far of the 69 completed. I'm going to take a look at your stage results there quickly. Just Wilson, the stage 2 wins. So back-to-back stage victories for him so far in this one. Jim On, 2nd, John Mazzella 3rd, Chase Berry 4th. Hilton Young last lead lap in 5th. Roach the lucky dog here and go just 3 laps down and now in 6th, but they're trying to get back in the lap. Let's get some more cautions for incidences because that was the last stage caution. And then Josh Mayhew again not taking the green flag in 7th. So now I'm gonna catch back up with the pace car here and more than likely come down pit lane. No, it's only 12 laps, but at Kansas the tires get burned up pretty fast, so that is why these guys will head down pit lane here. We gotta warm the tires up before we're gonna pit road, I guess. think more so just having fun right now. It's just Wilson kind of drifting up there. As now these guys are going to come to pit lane, get service done to their Chevrolets, because every single person in this field right now is in a Chevrolet. Oh, man. Almost some checkup right there. Just Wilson maybe going a bit too fast, had to slam on the brakes, and Jim almost got back them, but went to the right of him instead. So now we're going to just see, as the 58 has some connection issues. There it is. They'll go on into their pit stalls. Anybody can overshoot it? Looks good, good, good. Yep, everybody looks like they're gonna go to the pit stalls. Oh, drop the Zillock, sure shot it. That's gonna cost. Oh, and Justin Wilson. That's gonna cost them both a lot of time. So Jim Mont now will come out in the race lead. Just as soon as Chase Barrett making him come out second here. As soon as he gets some damage fixed. There was Jim Mont off first. Looks like now Zillock will come off second. Jose Young actually got to pick up some spots as well. Make it around. Yeah, he's gonna go around Justin Wilson. So off pivot first is number 3 machine, Jim Mont. Pretty crucial right there. As we're going to have 50 laps to go in this one. Justin Wilson now falling back to 4th place with a really bad pit stop. And a costly mistake out of that number 58 machine, but still one ways left to go in the race, so still make it back up. Which is pretty surprising there, I suppose. We'll take another commercial break here. It won't be long though before we come back to the completion of the race. You're watching the Motorsports Xfinity series live here on LCTV.
The car behind me is my Chili Bowl midget, the one that I won the Chili Bowl with. And what's interesting about that is it's actually the car that iRacing scanned that's going to be available to all the iRacing members out there.
The yellow flag is out. Pit road is now open. Keep your eye on those gauges. We'll give you 4 tires. 3, 2, 1, now. We're done. Get going.
Green.
racetrack, so Jim Mont. My apologies, I did not realize that dude. There goes just Wilson, I'm right there behind Jim Mont. Right there behind each other. Down the corner, I tried to run down to the bottom here, but I think it was enough. You might see that I was down the grass trying to shortcut the trail right there. And I looked way through turn number 1 and 2. Give it a little bit of lower line though. It's pretty interesting actually. And a bit lower, holding out just a bit here. You can see here through the corner. Luckily, what you can do is it comes off the corner. 85 laps completed. 40 laps to go from Kansas. 3 just getting pretty much pound size. Jumps over right there behind as well. So still a 3-horse race here. So come down the back straightaway once again now. Just Wilson has some more connection issues, unfortunately. Hopefully that does not play a factor into this here. Then I go down the front straightaway once again now. I have to wait and see. There he goes. Look at the top. Jim Mont goes to the block. Again, these guys will make a good pit stop. Oh, Jim Mont into the wall again. Is going to hold up Justin Wilson. But that's good enough for just Wilson to get around the 3 machine. John Zillin then had to back out just a bit. He's going to get around Jim Mont, though, and moves up into 2nd place. So now another change for position. Jim Mont again into the acid wall and fall it back to 3rd. I cost him 2 spots right there in just 1 corner. So now John Pizzella, all the bumper of Justin Wilson. These guys have battled much of the night. Pretty much proven to be the 2 fastest and most consistent cars. We're going to have to see what it comes down to here at the end. Pit stop is going to be absolutely crucial to see. So you can come down to the end here, as currently it was just on the top side and try to shove his nose up there. He got blocked, maybe intact the outside wall, and that's gonna probably right on the back of his mind now as he continues to battle 58 machine. Probably not very happy about that, but we're gonna have to see here what exactly goes down in the closing laps here before these guys have to come to pit road, because these guys went green around lap 75, so about 30-35 laps they can go on fuel. So we're probably expecting to see the pit here around lap 110, 115. So, with that said, 10-15 laps to go. Do you come down pit lane, get tires, 4 fresh tires and fuel? Do you get 2 tires? Do you get no tires and just fuel? I feel like I'm expecting some people to take 2 tires and some people to take 4. I don't feel like anybody will take no tires. It's not a good strategy at all, especially here at Kansas. But we're going to have to wait and see, I suppose. We're still about 10-15 laps away from that green flag pit stop window here. Down straightaway, still stalking for the race lead is the number 4 machine of Jonathan Pizzella. Won last week. That was at Dover. So coming off turn 4 here, 90 laps completed now. 35 laps to go from Kansas. Running a little bit higher line right there. See the 58 car just a little bit lower. It's not much of a difference, probably about a quarter, 10th even of a car length lower than what they've seen the 3 and the 4 machine running as they're right next to the wall. But I'm not sure if it's really working for him or not. It's a little bit safer line, I suppose. Not going to have a bigger chance of getting the outside wall. As John Pizzella gets a run off turn number 2. Has the run, goes down the back straightaway, but it's not going to be enough to make it happen. He's going to probably pull back in line here and try to set up for a pass off turn 4. Actually, it should be Justin Wilson. Gonna go to the bottom. Will he come to pit lane? Yes, he will. Justin Wilson, the race leader, gonna come to pit road here. So first, the green flag pit stops already now, and that's your race leader with a strategy. Kind of surprising there. So now we're gonna probably expect to see most of these guys have to come. You're gonna have to come to pit lane pretty much if they want to not lose too much time to that number 58 machine. And Kansas is a really tough racetrack to come to pit lane, so it's gonna be interesting to see how that works out, of course. if anybody's going to overshoot their stall or end up accidentally. Is John Mazzella going to pike up pit lane as well? Or speed up early? You don't want to do either of those, especially this late in the race. Mazzella going to get it woed down, so just as soon as Jim Mott will stay out, he's going to go pick up a lap lead. Goes to that lead change as well. It's a complete lap now, 93 now. So now Justin Wilson leaving his pit stall. Just Mazzella coming in. Chase Barrett looks like he's going to stay out on the racetrack. He's going to go up into third as it looks like Hilton Young actually still on the racetrack as well. He's going to go up on the second. Wilson goes a lap down, but of course, again, he's going to have to come to pit road. As there's the over 4 machine, he might just get on the race lead here. It's going to be interesting to see how this works out. Is Jim Mott going to stay out on a lap here now? So the fuel window, is open here because they came at the end on fuel. The number 3 machine, some strategy here, staying out longer than everybody else. So it's going to cost them some time, but maybe try to pull some strategy. As there you see Justin Wilson. And then you see John Mazzella. So it looks like Justin Wilson will indeed come to the race lead, obviously, here. As there he goes, going to blow by the 4 machine. And it's actually a better pit stop for the 58. And that might be the determiner of the race, as that will now give the race lead to Justin Wilson over. If I can find Justin Wilson. Did he lag? Oh, there he is. Okay, I was going to say, did he lag out? Man, gosh. So, now with 30 laps to go now. Jim Mott still out on the racetrack, though. Has yet to come to pit road, but he's going to have to pay here at some point. But he's made his bet he's going to have to lay in it at this point. He's going to stay out another lap here. It's going to cost him more and more time. The more and more he stays out on these really, really super old tires. So, interesting strategy. Not really sure if I agree with it, but, you know, he's mastermind behind the wheel of that number 3 machine. So, we're going to have to see if this costs him time or gains him time, but I don't think it's going to help him in any way, shape, or form. So, pretty interesting strategy once again, but that's the way it goes, I suppose. So, so still staying out here is now actually Chase Barrett and both Hilton Young have come to pit road. They see right there. So now it puts up just Wilson back into second, John Mazzella back into third, but still Jim Mott staying out here. He's going to have to pay here in the next couple laps for fuel no matter what, but if we see the caution flag come out, it's going to help him because somebody else is going to be behind him. But now he's going to come to pit lane, he's going to get that race lead, come to pit road, but he's lost so much time by doing that all that it's not going to really help him, so it's a really interesting strategy, but there you see the race leaders go on by, get their lap back, and next time by, they'll pick back up the race lead. There's Chase Barrett not coming off pit lane, actually. He actually maybe, oh, just Wilson maybe hit the wall right there off turn number 2, but Chase Barrett, I believe, just came back down pit road. I think Chase Barrett actually came back down pit road, so he's actually going to lap down here on pace now, back in 5th, so tough break for him. Oh, he's blocking John Mazzella. What was that? Oh my goodness. Not sure what was that all about. If 11 has some issue with the 4, if that was just accidental, didn't know, playing chicken, not really sure which way he was going to go, but Chase Barrett hold up John Mazzella there, gave him some front end damage as well, and cost him valuable time here on the track. So, yeah, not quite sure what went down there, but it was not very pretty. That's all I know. And somehow they didn't wreck it, but this Wilson's is still out front, pretty much cruising at this point. All right, in the race lead as we go on to lap 100, get a triple digit here. And next time by, there are 25 laps to go here from Kansas, so we've only had 1 incident caution plus 2 stage cautions. That's all we've had here tonight, so. So you see top 5 in the bottom left corner of your screen. Just Wilson still out front. But only 2/10 now. John Zilla is closing the gap. But again, we've seen this strategy come out of the 58 all the time. Race in, race out. He saves the tires at the start of a long run. And then he comes back strong on the long run. But if this 4 machine can get around him, that's going to be pretty crucial. Because we've seen how hard it is to pass here at Kansas. If the 4 can indeed get around him, which he just might. Oh, he almost went in for the pit right there. Very close. So far, so good here. So we're going to see if he can't get around him. It's going to be hard for the 58 to get back around him. Even though he may have better tires. Now the 58 has some connection issues. The 4 not knowing where he is. Going to cause a headache here. But we're coming to 20 laps to go. If this 4 machine can get around him, whether or not he has more burnt out tires or not, that will help him considerably. As long as he doesn't, end up slapping the wall or something nuts. So he should be able to gain time here on Justin Wilson as he's saving his tires. He's going to try to look for a way around him here. Two of the best this season so far, battling out here for the win at Kansas. Justin Wilson actually is not in the chase because of the fact he missed a couple of races. So the guy's won 8 or 9 races this season, not in the chase anymore. It's pretty crazy. So now Zilla, he is your points leader. Won last week. Is also in the chase, battling here with just 20 laps to go from Kansas for the race lead, which will eventually, of course, be for the race win. Only 1/10 behind him right there on the rear bumper. Trying to find a way around him. Here he comes, looking low, but can't quite do it. Again, if he can indeed get around him, he should be able to try to, if he can't get around him, it's going to be pretty hard for 58 to get back around him whether or not he has fresher tires or not. So, John's going to try to find a way. He's going to look high here. Going to try through that preferred lane on the top side. 58 comes up the block. Almost blocked too much, though. Almost hit the outside wall. Jean Mazzella is scraping the wall. Larson lining it. Amazing driving out of these two. Great racing right now. But the 4 are going to try to get around the 58 here. Jean Mazzella got really lucky right there not to get kind of stuck in the wall. You have that happen a lot. If you hit the wall, it kind of just sucks you in. It's hard to turn off it. But he gets kind of lightly tapped it. We saw the 58 do early in the race. And again, trying to find a way around him now. With 18 laps to go. If he can get around him, whether 58 special tires or not, it's going to be hard for the 58 of Justin Wilson to get back around him. Justin Wilson actually playing a smart strategy here, though, is trying to save his tires and hold them off at the same time in that preferred lane. So, if he can do that, he's going to really gain some time here. Jean Mazzella burn his tires up trying to find a way around him. But that's what he has to do. He has to take advantage of the 58 doing here. He's going to look to the low side, going to go to the inside of the 58. Almost in contact right there. The 4 on the 8 to avoid it. But now the 4 are going to be stuck on the low side, which has not worked all night long. Will he try to slap it in front of the 58, though? Justin Wilson, no. 58 has the momentum off the corner. Drag race on that back straightaway, but it's not going to be enough for John Mazzella. He's going to have to pull back in line here behind 58 of Justin Wilson. He's going to try to look in the middle once again here on the low side, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to come off turn 4. He's going to cut the apron here, but it's going to continue to lose some time. So he's out right there behind once again here with 16 laps to go from Kansas. Again, if he can find a way around him, it's going to be hard for the 58 to get back around him with his fresher tires. Here's the 4 now on the outside. He has a nose in there. Almost hits the outside wall. The 58 and him both out to get the gas, and that will cost him that chance. He had a good shot right there. He pushed it, got to the right rear, but then he got tight, had to let off the gas to avoid clipping the outside wall off turn 2 right there. And that cost him a couple car lengths of time. So now he's going to try to push it even more, try to gain back that time on your race leader, Justin Wilson here. He's going to push the car to his limits, try to gain back that time if he wants to have another shot at it here. With 25 laps to go, there's still, 15 laps to go, there's still quite a bit of time to do so. But we've seen the 58 saving his tires for this extended long run here. What we see this 4 machine do is he's been pushing the car all night long pretty much, or all run long, burning his tires up. But the question is, can the 4 machine get around him before the 58 kind of decides it's go time and gets back on the gas here. Ford jumps over, closing the gap there on Justin Wilson. I believe made a mistake right there. Turns 1 and 2. Here comes the 4 once again, right there behind him. And at this point, I'm not sure the 58 is saving his tires. If the 4 is legitimately faster. I think it may be John Fazella actually just prevailing here, as we now have 13 laps to go from Kansas. Staying right there behind the 58, tucked up in this draft. Before running a higher line, gets a better exit off the corner. There he comes, gonna try to look to the high side. He's gonna get blocked. He's gonna look to the low side, but it's not gonna work. He does not have enough of a run. He's gonna give it all he has. Digging on the bottom, but the 58 is gonna prevail on the top as per usual here. Oh, 58. I believe made contact with the wall, otherwise he just lagged. Oh, he lags back right in front of the 4 machine. Very close. Connection issues bound for the lead. Not exactly what you want to be happening, but so far so good. It's still working out right now. John Mazzella is still right there behind Justin Wilson, trying to find a way around that 58 machine to pick up back-to-back wins here. If just back-to-back, I believe he also won Charlotte and quite a few other races, so it's at least 3 in a row. 3 in a row, excuse me. And actually, maybe more than that. So trying to continue. Maybe trying to even break just Wilson's most wins on a row streak here in Ashford's Xfinity Series. It's Justin Wilson almost putting the fence along with, oh my gosh, so close to that wall. Make me nervous every time they do it. We're coming up to just 10 laps to go here. And it's just John Zella trying to go for what I believe is, yeah, he won. He's won 5 out of the last 6 races, so he's going for number 6 here, and which is also be 4 in a row. So right now, on the bumper of Joseph Wilson is still right there behind him. We got less than 10 laps to go. That's stand by 9 laps to go. It will be. I don't think the 58 saving his tires anymore. I think this is legitimately just the pure speed John Mazzella has been showing lately. They look at the low side. Will he fake and go high? No, the 58 pinch him on the apron. Door to door, almost some contact. He's going to turns 1 and 2 here. The 4 is going to try to send it in deep, but it's not going to be enough. Pushes up the track, has to back out of it. Oh, man, almost some contact. He has to try to find a way around the top side if he wants to have a shot at this, unless he's able to pull a successful slide job, which does not usually happen here at Kansas. It's going to be extremely hard. It may have to Carl Edwards here into turns 3 and 4 at some point if he wants to shot at this, because it's just not working right now. Oh, man, a 58 chopped him right there. Some aggressive block of the 58 Justin Wilson as they're coming up this time by. The 7 laps to go. Laps continue to widen down. 4-4 machine and try to have a shot here at the race win around the 58. He's just got to figure out something different. You can't stay behind him. It's not going to work. You can't go to the low side. It's not going to work unless you have to pull a slide job. But it's so hard to pass here at Kansas Speedway. It brings the best out in drivers. Getting creative, finding fast lines, thinking of smart moves here when you go battling for the win, especially in the chase. At a track like Kansas. And at the high speeds, your #1 goal, of course, not to take another driver out. John Mazzella pretty much pushing Justin Wilson down back straight, bump drafting him. Just kind of letting him know he's there and still trying to, you know, make a plan out in his head of where he wants to do, what he wants to do, where he wants to go, how he wants to make it work. Is he going to look to the outside here, Justin Wilson, but Justin Wilson to cut that apron and gain time by doing so on the front stretch. Comes up in front of the 4 machine, 6 to go now. So the battle continues between these 2 drivers. Nobody giving each other an inch. If that 4 machine can get at the outside of the 58, it's pretty much game over unless he puts it in the fence. But it's going to be hard to do so even with that, as the 4 has another good run right here off turn 4, but it's not going to be enough to make a run at the race lead. 5 laps to go. If you see the caution flag fly, race will end under caution. 5 laps to go for Justin Wilson, trying to defend Jonathan Mazzella. 2 of the best drivers in this series, 8 and 6 wins, and this is why right here. Here goes the former 4 machine, another big run off the corner. He's going to push him. It's not going to be enough, though, to make it to the inside. So here comes back down low, gonna try to get a run off the corner. It's not gonna be enough, however. Still right there behind him, but just not able to find a way around him. 4 to go now. Not many laps left. He's got to either hope he can force him into a mistake, which is not seen happen very often. He's gonna get in the back just a bit there. 58 checked up on exit. Man, oh man, this is good battling. Just trying to search the racetrack, find a way around the 58. Gonna try to go to the high side of the 58. Make sure as he protects that top lane, defends it. Here's the 4 back to the bottom, lifted though. Not quite sure why. Maybe he was scared he's gonna turn the 58 right there. But 3 to go now. It's gonna cost him some time actually. Maybe trying to set up for a run. He sees the 58 checking up on exit. If he can get a good run on him here, so the 58 actually blinks out right there. Has some connection issues, unfortunately. If he can set up for a run here on the 58 on exit, when he checks up, he might be able to get a run on it. So it's what he's trying to do right here. 2 laps to go, though. I think it's pretty much just go time. You might even have to use the bumper or resort to that. Who knows? It's Kansas. Bumpers still work, though. 2 to go. The 4 is still right there, but it's not much time remaining to try to find a way around the 58 machine. Closing in the gap even more, right there on his rear bumper once again, but still just cannot find a way around him. Down the back straightaway they go. What is his plan? What is his plan to turn 3? 58 slides at the racetrack. Oh, but the 4 gets a kind of bad exit. No, it gets a good exit. The 58 has to check up. This is big. Here's the 4 now. Jumps on down low. Dukes, it goes high, but he's not going to cut the apron, so it'll cost him some time. 1 lap to go now from Kansas. Just Wilson continuing to try to hold off John Zilla. What we see a Carl Edwards move here in turn number 3. Here comes the 4 with a run on the top side. He's going to have to go low. It's his final chance. Here they go into turn number 3. What's going to happen? 4 machine down low, drives it in deep, slides up. He puts the 58 up into the outside wall. And Jonathan Mazzello will come off turn 4. And he's going to win here at Kansas. A final corner, last-ditch effort by the 4 machine. He's going to win at Kansas, and John Zella going to get turned by Justin Wilson. And I can't really say I'll blame him too much there. I wouldn't be too happy about that either. 4 machine kind of just drove it in there and put him on the wall. Had enough of that. But in the end, John Zella going to come out with a race win either way.
Goodbye.
As I'm gonna get a word in here with your top few finishers in just a moment when we come back. So go right back.
I want to leap over buildings, want to fly over the shores, faster than a lightning flash, rushing through the cool night air. So start ignition, count to 0.
Hey, what's up, guys? Scott Speed here at the iRacing headquarters. Some exciting news about the upcoming Rallycross World Championship. They've got a wild card entry, and yours truly is going to get that spot. See you guys out on the track.
So start ignition, count to zero. I just want a superhero.
Well, unfortunately, looks like we do not have your drivers to interview here, unfortunately. Not quite sure why they're not in the Discord call, but overall with it anyhow. So take a look at your race results here, I suppose. After that one with John Mazzella picking the win here, as you can see. Play here in the background. So race winner here, John Mazzella picking up the victory here for, I believe, his 6th win now out of the last 7 races. Pretty controversial finish. I saw him driving, talking and discussing over the radio there after the race. Of course, the 58 getting back of the 4 machine turn around. Just Wilson just short in the final corner, gets kind of put in the wall there. He didn't finish second, nevertheless. Jamont third. Helting on at last currently lap in fourth. Chase Berry had a pretty rough night. Kind of had a couple of highs, but mostly just lows. He's going to finish in 5th, 1 lap down. Ryan Atchison, 4 laps down in 6th, had a really rough night as well. And then Josh Mayhew taking the green flag. He didn't finish out in 7th place. And I might as well take a look at this finish here once again for you guys. After pretty controversial here. So you see that out of the back straightaway. 4 machine makes the move to the inside. He knows this is his final chance. He goes in, drives it in extremely deep. Not sure if he was trying to go for the slide job or what, but it comes up the racetrack, makes contact with the 58. 58 then gets bounced off of him, is pushed up the racetrack. Nothing he can do at this point. Hits the outside wall on the ground, ends up going to 4 to pick up the race win here. So again, pretty controversial finish. Just saw him obviously not very happy with each other as you would expect. 58 not very happy with him at all. You see plowing the back room right there and turn him around, but I don't know. That's what drivers do for the win, I suppose. As looks like actually we do now have John Mazzella in the Discord here, so in front of the broadcast booth now, which is good at least. John Mazzella, are you happy?
Yes, sir, I do.
So, Jonathan, you come up with the win here once again here tonight. I believe now your 6th win, I believe, out of the last 7 races. So, continue your dominant streak here. Leading only 17 laps in this one. And we saw you in the 58 that battled out for the last 25 or so laps. Just kind of sitting there right behind him, trying to find a way around him. Couldn't do it. And so the final corner, he kind of pushed it in deep, got him just a bit, and obviously racing. Just like with the finish there with Justin, he obviously just showed his displeasure after the race. Stuck with the hunt there, trying to find a way around him in the battle that took place there in turns 3 and 4.
It was just impossible to pass. If the 2 drivers were equal, you just could not take the bottom lane to pass. And you saw me pretty much bump drafting him for like 25 laps, hoping he'd make a mistake, and I had no other option. In hindsight, I got yelled at pretty bad on the channel, so I probably shouldn't have done that, and I probably won't do it again.
Yeah, and obviously, chase time is most crucial, and even though you are the points leader, every point pretty much counts, and of course, going for the win in any race is top priority when you enter the race, and obviously, not the way you probably wanted it to end. You probably wanted to have a side-by-side finish, or however it is, but anyhow, you come out on top. Just talk about the race overall. As we saw, the high lane was absolutely dominant. Nobody could run the bottom, even on fresh tires. Just talk about trying to find a way through the field. As we saw, you had a couple of bad restarts there and fell back through the field, about to fourth, fifth place. Just talk about trying to pass somebody here at Kansas, and how difficult it is.
Yeah, like you said, the only lane is the top lane, and on the restarts, Jim, Chase, and Justin, they're all in a group chat or a team chat or something. So they were taking advantage of the green flag restarts and getting in front of me. So there's nothing I could do about that. And then you just couldn't pass. You had to wait for someone to make a mistake. So I tried to play as smooth as I can and let people in front of me make mistakes, but Justin just did not make a mistake that I can capitalize on. So last lap, I had to do what I had to do.
All right, well, congratulations on the win here, Jonathan. Any special shout-outs, sponsors you want to thank you by home to the victory tonight?
Atchison Motorsports for hosting these races. Hope I didn't break the league tonight. Lucas Graham, of course, you and all the sponsors. Thank you.
All right, well, congratulations again on the win here, Jonathan, and as always, have a good night.
You too, bud. Thank you.
All right, that was your race winner tonight. John Zell in the number 4 machine, picking the victory here for his 7th win on the season. So only one win behind that second place finish there, Just Wilson. Excuse me. So two best drivers battled out for the last 25 to 30 laps, and on top came the 4 machine with a pretty controversial move, but win's a win, and he had to go for it. And I guess you could argue that he was the fastest car there for the last 25 laps and just couldn't find a way around him. And that's Kansas, as I said, coming into this race. It's extremely hard to pass at this 1.5 mile track, harder than any other track, I believe, of its sort. So, but anyway, I'll come on top. Jonathan Bozzella, as I believe I may have actually spelled his name wrong. I think I may have. Yeah, I did. My apologies there, Jonathan. I spelled his name wrong. But anyhow, there it is fixed. Jonathan Bozzella comes out on top now for another chase win. As we appreciate you watching here, as always, here tonight on LCTV and Motorsports Xfinity Series. Give a quick shout out here to the Motorsports Xfinity Series sponsors, as always, here on LCTV. I want to thank Prop Bronze's Jewelry, along with Suicide Runners, with official partners of the Atchison Motorsports Xfinity Series. And don't forget, Tuesday night we should be doing, believe. Let me quickly double check the schedule here. The next race is Texas, so we should be doing Texas if that all goes to plan. Tuesday night, if enough drivers show up for that, which of course hopefully we do. Friday night, don't forget Charlotte in the K&N cars, so the first non-plate track for the iRacing East Series. That is going to be Friday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, as always. And then still up in the air for Saturday for Bonehead. That is at Kansas. We're still working things out there, so stay tuned and whatnot for more info on that. But they're not racing that track, whether it's broadcasted or not, so we're going to still figure that one out. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching and spending your Sunday night here tonight with us, and we'll see you later. LCTV signing out.